What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. So for this video, I am working on myself this time, and I am doing my dominant hand with my non-dominant hand. I'm right-handed, so I'm working with my left hand, and I am giving myself a fill. These nails were on for like a little over 2 weeks, and it was time to change, and I was just ready for a design change anyway. So I start off by taking off like all my crystals and stuff. I normally use an old nipper, but sometimes they don't always come off. Like sometimes it might be like the little small ones that are stuck on there. And so I take an old carbide bit. It's a coarse, the one that I was using, it was a coarse, I think, flame bit. I'm not sure, I can't remember exactly, but I use that to when I am taking off crystals that won't just like pop off. I don't use my good bits for that. And now I am taking an extra coarse ceramic bit and taking off my design. I like to use ceramic bits when I work with my gel hand, and my right hand is my gel hand. So yes, because gel files are really easy and carbide would just take off too much too fast. And so yes, so I leave for this hand, I leave the pinky and the index, those are clear fingers, and then the thumb, middle, and ring, those are my pink fingers. So I don't want to take that all the way down, and since I didn't really polish them, just gave them like a skinny French, I'm just filing around the cuticle area just to file it down a little bit, and taking off the top coat and the design on those fingers. And then for the pinky and the index finger, I am taking off the whole thing and leaving just a clear layer, because on those fingers there was an ombre to a white marble design with some silver foil. And I removed all of the pink on both nails. Again, I'm using an extra coarse ceramic bit, and my e-file is the Scarlet Melody Susie e-file. And doing this step, I am working at a speed of about 20,000 RPM, and sometimes a little higher than that. And also with this bit, I do not go over any of my new growth of my natural nail, only on the extension. Now onto the prep work, and sometimes on myself at least, I don't always go in with the cuticle pusher, but this time I just decided to. And then after that, I take my cuticle bit, which is a diamond bit, and I work with it at a low speed. Most times it's about 4,000 RPMs, maybe 5, and then I just just remove the dead skin that is on my nail, so it'll be all clean and ready for the new extension. And also I am working in the reverse direction when doing this, and also when I was doing the removal in the beginning, I was working in the forward direction. And then after using this diamond bit, I go in with the sanding band, and the one I have is, I believe, a fine grit, could be medium, I can't really remember off the top of my head. and I go in after that. I do that most of the time just to like do like extra cleanup in case I missed something, and also if I didn't remove the shine with the cuticle bit, I do that, and I file at the edge of the extension to smooth it out so there aren't any like lumps and bumps before I go over with the new product and all that good stuff. So here are the products I will be using. It's my dehydrator, primer. My primer is the Young Nails Protein Bond. I just poured it in a different bottle because I kept knocking it over and I didn't want to spill anymore. So, yeah, I'm just going in, dehydrating my nail. I did use Swipe to like clean off the dust and stuff, and that's a good dehydrator, but I don't know, I guess I'm just extra, and this is just, I'm just used to doing this step, so, and I haven't removed it from my routine yet. So yes, I go in with the dehydrator, let that dry, go in with one coat of primer. Sometimes I'll do two, but this time I just did one, or did I do two? I don't know, I wasn't paying attention while watching this, but yes, then after primer I go in with the gel bottle rubber base coats, and I use that as my bonder for my gel. I've also been using it with acrylic as well. So, and so far I am liking how it's working, and it's been helping one of my lifters because she was always having problems with lifting, and since I've been using this on her, it has cut down a lot. So yay for that. And after I apply it, I cure in my lamp for 1 minute, and then I am going in for the fills. So I'm starting with the clear nails, and first I am just adding a slip layer, and then I am taking my bead, and since this nail is thin and I'm not encapsulating anything, I'm doing like the whole nail. So I take the bead, I place it above the cuticle area, I push it back to fill in that space, and then I like walk it down the nail. And at any time that I'm out of frame in this video, I apologize for that. Sometimes I'm not being mindful of that when I am recording myself. And okay, so, and when doing this, if I need to add any more product before I cure, I do that as well. And I also hold my hand upside down for a few seconds just so the product will pull and help with the apex area and stuff like that. And then I do the same thing with my index finger. And I also, with this particular gel, at least this viscosity of gel, I do a flash cure for about 5 to 10 seconds so that it won't move when I do the next finger. And then I give a full cure for 60 seconds in my lights. Now on to the pink nails, and this is Cosmetic Pink Builder, and the clear one was the Extreme, and they're both from Elegance. And so once again, I'm taking a slip layer and do not cure the slip layer, and I just place that at the fill part of the nail, and then I take a bigger bead of the gel and I am just doing my fill. I work it around so it's easier to move because this is a non-leveling gel. So when I work it a little bit, it becomes a little easier to move. And then I just do my fill and check the nail, and if I need to add gel to certain spots, I will do that. And also, because this is a non-leveling gel, I can do more than one finger before I go in and cure it. And a lot of times after I cure, or even do flash cures, I look at the nail just to make sure that I have good coverage and I don't need to add any more anywhere on the nail. So, and then after I do my ring and middle finger, I do my thumb, and my thumb I actually had to file away a piece of the side, and so I have to fill that whole area in of this nail. And then after that, I do a full cure for 1 minute with this gel as well, and then I will move on to my filing. Now on to filing, and I start with an 80 grit hand file, and that is just to shape the nail after I fill, or even after doing putting on a fresh set of nails. And I like this because it's a little more coarse than the 100 grit, and it gets it done a little faster and a little more crisp than a 100 grit file. And after I am done with the 80 grit, I move on to a 100 grit file, and that one I use it to file on top of the nail because, like I said earlier, gel is really easy to file, and I do most of my hand filing with the gel. I do most of my filing with the hand file. And it my nails must pretty much come out looking great when I do the hand file. Sometimes, at least with gel, sometimes I feel like I hand file better than I e-file. And after watching this too, it just reminds me how I don't like filing my right hand, because sometimes it just feels weird. I still don't know how to always hold my hand and stuff, and then yeah, I'm surprised that I stayed in the camera when doing this, because a lot of times when I am filing, my hand is a little closer to my face. And yeah, that is just a trip watching myself do this like on camera and stuff, and not just in person. So after getting most of my hand filing done, I come in with this cone shaped medium grit ceramic bit to go around the cuticle, and also to help smooth out the nail, to get anything that I missed with the hand file. But I mostly like to use it for just the cuticle area, because I can get closer than I can with the hand file. And yes, again, I am using this bit in the reverse direction. And then after I do the e-filing, I come back with my 100 grit file, just to I guess you call it finish filing with my I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. I come back in with the 100 grit file, just to do a little finish filing and help refine and see if I need to like fix the shape or anything like that after using the e-file. And after that, I go in with my buffer, and then I will be ready for my nail art. So here we are at the nail art portion of the video. So I am taking this Kiara Sky black gel polish. It's called Black to Black, and I am painting my pinky and my ring finger. And of course, before curing, I go in with any cleanup. Make sure it's not on the skin because you don't want it to cure on the skin. And then I do 2 coats. I didn't necessarily need 2 coats because these 2 fingers will be covered in crystals, but I just did it anyway because I don't know, I guess I wasn't thinking. But yeah, when I do full bling fingers, I like to have a color close to what the crystals will be underneath, so that way, in case there are spaces, you don't see like a clear nail or something like that. And I cure it for 30 seconds each, and I again am doing 2 coats, and then I do a I think I did a top coat. I'm not 100% sure, but yes, most of the times when I do my full bling fingers, I do a top coat anyway, and then I buff the nail a little bit with either my hand file or a buffer, because when I use my bling adhesive, I like for there to be a little bit of roughness because I feel like it helps hold the stones better. So now on to the pink fingers. I am taking my striping brush and the Mission Control gel paints in the color Overdrive, which is the black one, and I took a blob of it and I put it on my palette, and now I'm just giving myself a French tip nail, and it's a skinny French, or just outlining the nail, whatever you want to call it. And during this portion of doing my nails, I noticed that a lot I did go out of frame when doing this because I tend to hold my hands closer to my face, so I was trying my best to stay in the camera, and for the most part I did a pretty good job. But when it came to the bling fingers, that was like it was terrible. Like, you could barely see. You probably saw me put like 1 crystal on like every like 15-20 seconds or something. So I just cut that part out of the video, so we won't be seeing that today, and I do apologize. But I am just for my full bling finger, I take the crystals and I use the color Jet, which is just the all black ones, and I use the 6 different sizes in SS 579, 12, 16, and 20, and I just covered my full fingers, both the index and the pinky finger, and I used Zulay's Bling adhesive for that, and also the Mia Secret gel resin activator, and that just helps the bling adhesive to dry faster. So while doing the outline of my nails, I do like a flash cure for like about 5 seconds or so, so that way in case I like bump my finger on something or touch it, it doesn't mess up. So, and I think I did pretty good doing this considering I was using my left hand, and lately this style of nail has been my jam because these nails are like a few weeks old, this video, and I'm just now getting to the editing part, and so now I have on new nails, and once again I did a skinny French. So, but yeah, after finishing this part on all the nails, I went and did a full cure for like 30 to 60 seconds. And then I do put some crystals on the pink nails, and I did either 2 or 3 on each finger, but I know I used the SS20 and SS12, and if I did 3 after the 12, I used the 7, but I think I only did 2, and I used Zulay's Bling Adhesive for that again. And then I went in with top coat, which is Kiara Sky No Wipe Top Coat. And that is the end of my video. Once again, I'm sorry that I do not have me applying the crystals on my nails, but I will try again the next time I am doing that. Actually, I do have a video coming up with me applying a full bling. So yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And until next time, peace out, y'all.